Affirmations. Why are they beneficial and what's the best way to use them? I'll be diving into this and more in today's video. Hello loves, and welcome back to another video. I'm so delighted to have you joining me because this is the space for you to create a life that you absolutely love. I'm Mandy, I'm a mindset and manifestation coach, and I help you release your limiting beliefs and blocks so you can pave your personal path to paradise. I offer one-on-one coaching, I offer a free Facebook community group called Pave Your Paradise, a podcast also called Pave Your Paradise, a blog on everything actually can be found on my website, which is www.mandyjross.com. And the whole reason why I have these videos is to help y'all at home pave your personal path to paradise. Okay, with all of that out of the way, we can dive into today's topic, affirmations. So why are affirmations so beneficial for us? Well, what we say to ourselves, that inner conversation we have with ourselves every single day, determines our entire external world. So when we use the phrase, I am, and then fill in the rest, that is one of the most powerful things that you can say to yourself, because subconsciously, when your subconscious hears that over and over and over again, it starts to essentially take that as fact. That's why when you affirm things to yourself, such as, you could say so many things, but let's take for example, you're working on self-concept. So some common ones are things like, I am worthy, I am whole, I am enough, I am pure love, I am light, I am positive, I am healthy. When you say these kinds of words to yourself over and over and over, and you get into that repetitive state, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between a negative or a positive. It doesn't know, it doesn't sit there with a filter. That's why when you say good things to yourself all the time, it starts to solidify into fact within, and then that then puts that message out to the universe going, oh, well, Mandy, or whoever you are out there watching, this becomes fact within us, and then those facts start to create everything to do with how we look, how we behave, how others view us. All of these things stem from our subconscious, and the way that you essentially train your subconscious is through affirmations. So I'm often asked by others about the best way to use affirmations. Now, this is something that I've studied for many years. I've been such a fan of positive self-talk. I'll put a link to a video on positive mental diet above for you guys to watch that I did, because the way in which you speak to yourself is literally, it's not even like important. It's imperative that you speak only positive, kind words. And I know, guys, we are only human, so even myself being as positive as I am and as aware as I am of my thoughts, there's still times that I catch myself in going down this sort of negative Nelly or Nancy or whatever you want to call that vibe, and I'm like, nope, we're not even going there, and I replace it with a positive affirmation instead. So the best way to use them, I want to make this very clear. When I say affirmations, yes, I am basically saying affirmations in the sense of, repeating these phrases per se to yourself over and over. But I want to point something out that I think sometimes people maybe get confused about, or maybe even might feel badly about, which there's no need for that. No need for that at all. So you might be someone who actually doesn't feel like affirmations are the best way for you to tap into your subconscious. And I'm going to explain this a little bit. So typically what works well for a lot of people to drive in those beliefs is the saying per se of things like, I am loved. I am healthy. I am happy. I am whole. And you go, I am, like this repetitive, almost little, rampage to yourself. But that doesn't necessarily work for every single person. So I want to make sure that I say that in this episode, because I know there's probably going to be some people out there who are like, you know what, saying that to myself over and over again doesn't really do it for me, So I want to teach you guys a few different ways, and there's like multiple ways, even way more than I'm going to tell you in this episode, on how you can start to, if you're not already using these positive, powerful affirmations for yourself, how you can even up the ante with them so that you're really, really being able to tap in new beliefs into your subconscious, and then hence it's going to positively affect your your self confidence, your self concept, your self love. Like, it affects all these things in such a beautiful, positive way. So yes, I would start with, for what works for a lot of people, is starting with your inner conversations, having these chats with yourself, internalizing and internally saying the things that I have, some of which I've said already, but affirmations like, I am whole, I am love, I am worthy, I am enough, I am cherished, I am appreciated. You can say these things internally, and it's funny because I talk about, obviously manifesting and these topics with a lot of people who are close to me. And sometimes I'll have chats with people about different ways that they find they use affirmations that works the best for them. So for some people, it's internally just constantly saying these on repeat over and over and over inside, not saying anything. For other people, and I definitely am one of these people that I go I kind of go back and forth, and all the methods actually I'm going to be sharing with you guys right now are ones that I have used, and a lot of them I basically use every day at some point. So the next type of way that you can use affirmations powerfully is by saying them out loud, like literally verbalizing it to yourself. And some people find it helpful even looking in a mirror and saying like, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am enough, I am so loved, I am appreciated, I am valued, I am respected. Like, saying it and looking at yourself in the mirror, like literally looking yourself in the eye and saying these, is such a powerful way for some people to be able to really tap in and like hammer in that message to your subconscious. So that's another way. Visualization is another big one for people. Now, some people have said, I'm not one of these people who can't do this. So I know there are people though who find it hard or even sometimes impossible to visualize, like really, really be able to create like a super vivid picture in their mind. And even I have a relative actually who told me this once, and I was like, whoa, okay. So there's definitely alternatives. If you're somebody who can't or does, prefers not to, that's all good. But for a lot of people, visualization can be very, very beneficial with affirmations, because you literally are painting this vivid picture in your mind's eye, as some of you also might refer to it, where you can literally create scenes. And I've talked about having a scene, living in the end, in another video. I can put a link to that one as well in this or below the video, I will. That one is all about creating this imaginal scene of what you want to manifest. And the more you picture it, and also if you're constantly affirming it too, on top of that, it's gonna really make it easier for your subconscious to go, oh, okay, this is actually becoming fact. I keep seeing and hearing this constantly. It must be fact. And when you do that enough, you will start to see movement. You will start to see it, or fragments of it, as birds before land, starts to appear in your 3D reality, because things are shifting to match your visualization. Now, another way that is very, very effective for some people, and myself included, which I love to do typically at night, is scripting. Scripting is a wonderful, can be, way to be able to, again, affirm things to yourself. When you're writing, especially if you're like a really creative mind, sometimes writing things out and basically writing a story of what you would love to manifest, what you would love to see, that can be really helpful to, again, continue that affirmation to your subconscious. And I mean, it can get really super fun too. Like it's really, what I love about manifesting is literally it's limitless. Like there's endless possibilities of what you can manifest in your life. At least, you know, I've seen that in my own reality. That's the mindset I have, is very expansive, limitless mindset. And what I love about it is, like, when you're sitting down and writing at night, I will do a video just on scripting, because scripting has been so powerful in my life in terms of attracting and manifesting things that I want into my 3D reality. So I will do a video just specifically on the way that I structure my scripting, because I think that would be really helpful for you guys. You guys can leave a comment below and let me know if that's of interest to you. Either way, I will end up doing one on that. But I wanted to say, with scripting in particular, it's funny because there have been times when I've scripted things literally the night before, and I go to sleep and, you know, I do my imaginal scene and all of that before bed, as I've talked to you guys about in other videos. And the next day, like, I've literally seen manifestations happen. So pretty powerful, guys, like really, really powerful. The last way I'm going to mention in this video, but again, there are other ways you can affirm or use affirmations. Because essentially at the end of the day, like, they really are all doing the same thing. You're basically focused in some way. And like, that's why all these things I'm mentioning to you, whether it's verbally, whether it's listening to, like, you know, you could listen to meditations or subliminals or things like that, that people are, from an audio perspective, you're listening to other people say affirmations. Personally, I don't find those to be quite as effective for me, but sometimes I will listen to those and like repeat things to myself. And this is a beautiful segue into the final way that you can use affirmations very powerfully in your life, at least in this video. We can, to be continued with affirmations. The one way that I'm going to mention, which is not, I don't find or hear it talked about a lot in the law of attraction or manifestation community, is through music. I am someone who literally grew up in a very musically inclined family, and I just find like sound vibration and specific songs for me really, really help me to tap into like some other next level type of energy. And if I couple that with affirming, whether it's just internally in my mind or actually verbalizing like affirmations while I'm listening to certain songs, oh my goodness, guys, it's like next level of being able to penetrate my subconscious. If you're someone who also is able to be so affected by music or sound energy and vibration, you'll totally get this. And like, you know, maybe you've been even at like a concert or drum ceremony, or like just hearing live music, you know, that energy you feel, I mean, it's all vibration. Like, it just makes me want to dance right now with y'all. But that being said, you know, that's another way that you can really powerfully tap into your subconscious while you're actually affirming. And bottom line, at the end of the day, like, all of these things that I'm mentioning to you guys boil down to just having inner conversations. Like, whether it's through music and you're affirming, whether it's through writing it out, whether it's, again, through things like visualization, or you're speaking to yourself, or you're hearing others say affirmations. Bottom line, end of the day, they're all going to be doing the same thing if they're being used effectively, which is having you focus each time something is said or written or seen or whatnot. You're going to be focused on that thing that you want to manifest. And chances are, if you do this often enough, which is part of the process, you know, consistently repeating affirmations to yourself in whatever form you find is most natural to you, that's how your manifestations are going to not only come to you, they will show up, but the more you do this and make this like second nature, it actually becomes easier too. It's not like you have to feel like you're ever having to force yourself to have to say things or have these like I am conversations with yourself. It just kind of becomes like second nature, you know? Like, when I go through my day-to-day now, instead of letting my mind aimlessly wander, I have beautiful affirmations for different areas of my life that I turn to and just consistently say. And it's like I get into this nice little repetitive state, and literally the more and more and more that I say things, I just see them show up. And when you see things delivered like that, it's just, again, it makes me even more confident in knowing that we really do control our entire reality. And it really begins with you. It always begins with you. And it begins with the thoughts that are in your head. And affirmations are basically a tool, whichever way you like to use them, that can really help you to manifest whatever it is that you absolutely want and love in your life. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me and for tuning in. As always, thank you so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, all of your beautiful, beautiful presence on, not just here on YouTube, but my other social channels. I love connecting with you guys off of YouTube as well. And I am on pretty much everything if you want to connect. I'm on LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the places at Mandy J. Ross. And I want to know specifically what you are manifesting today, right now. What is on your heart and mind that you want to attract into your life today? Please leave a comment below and let me know as well. Drop a suggestion or an idea on videos that you want to see upcoming on manifesting, because there's so many questions I get and I make these videos to help you guys. So I'm happy to cater to your requests. I will put links below the video, as I mentioned in the top of the video, for my one-on-one coaching, for the free Facebook community group that is full of other high vibers manifesting their dream lives, which is also called Pave Your Paradise. I will put links to my free podcast episodes, Pave Your Paradise podcast, and a link to my website where you can also check out inspirational blog posts that I've created. And honestly, guys, aside from that, I just want to wish you all a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day, because life is too short to spend in any which way that doesn't make you feel fulfilled and happy and just that inner energy and zest for life. So as always, I'm wishing y'all a blessed and beautiful day.